Coverage continues now. Joining us in studio, Attorney General Peter Kilmartin. Good morning.
Good morning, Patrick.
Thanks for coming in again. Yeah, let's talk about this medical marijuana bill and the PTSD. This is something that you've come out in opposition in the past for with medical marijuana situations like this. Talk about why you feel that way.
Well, it's not necessarily that I'm opposed to it, but I would like to see a psychologist or someone who deals with the mind do the prescription, do the evaluation, do the follow-up, see if it works, not just go get a card and now you can smoke marijuana with PTSD, because there are studies that say it could have an adverse effect. We offered amendments, they were rejected, but so it's once again, the medical marijuana program, as much as I support it, it's a very loose, unregulated program that needs tightening up.
And can it get tightened up? Because I know of even some friends that know people that can get this very easily, and they really don't have the real reason that most people do to have to use it.
Right, and there's no question we believe there are abuses in the system.
Right.
It's led to crime throughout the state and the country, those that have it. So we would like the legislature to go back and tighten up the program, give it to the people who legitimately need it. And if someone has PTSD, I'm all for taking care of our veterans. I had a nephew that served in Afghanistan. I understand that, but let's have a proper psychological evaluation before we make that prescription.
All right, let's talk about the upcoming weekend, Memorial Day weekend, busy travel weekend, also a busy weekend for barbecues and people partying and doing those sort of things. What kind of advice, tips, suggestions would you give to folks that might be heading out and about this weekend?
Well, the first thing is be responsible. If you're going to go out and you're going to a barbecue or a parade or after work Friday to start the weekend, be responsible. Know your limits, know the legal limits, don't exceed them. If you're going to, don't be a drunk driver, and if you're going to drink too much, get someone else to drive or have a designated driver, but be responsible. That's the key. That's number one. You know, this is going to be a very high volume traffic weekend. Thanks to Michelle, we should have nice weather.
Right.
So people will be out and about. Be a defensive driver. There are so many other issues besides alcohol. There's texting while driving, which people are doing, and just inadvertent not paying attention on cell phones and computers in cars now. So many distractions. When I was a kid, you had an AM radio and no seat belts. You know, we're in a different world.
Yeah.
And so it's really be careful. We don't want any more fatalities on the Rhode Island highways. The state police will be out, local police will be out, especially enforced starting Thursday evening.
Right.
So again, just be responsible. If you're going to drink, be responsible. Don't exceed any of the limits. And, you know, watch out for not only yourself and your family, but also for the other guy.
Real quick, 30 seconds. Social media has a tendency to tell people where people are when they're on vacation, and privacy and, you know, identity theft and those sort of things. Any tips for folks who might be traveling to maybe keep it a little more private than you might normally?
Absolutely. Don't tell people, oh, we're going to go visit Aunt Bessie in Connecticut this weekend and our house will be empty, because unfortunately the criminals will troll social media. They will target your home. So be smart about that. Not everyone needs to know where you're going. Tell them when you get home.
Right. I don't even tell my family where I'm going. Thanks so much for coming in. Thanks a lot. Have a great week and holiday weekend. And for more on this interview, if you'd like to see it again, go to WPRI.com.